here we are at episode 134 of the Idea Space podcast, and I am your host, Jen Liddy. Now, if you've been following along, you know that all month I've been talking about ways that we can love our businesses more to reduce overwhelm, prevent burnout. Just, we deserve that. And so when I was brainstorming strategies to share with you, I realized, oh my God, I need to remind them of this one huge strategy that makes all the difference in growing our businesses and loving our businesses. It's all about getting the right testimonials and the right reviews. Because you know how it feels when, you get a little love note that somebody shoots you an email or sends you a compliment about your work or even makes like a great little comment on a social post. Like, you know how that just fills you up. It makes you feel like you're on track, like you're in your purpose, that all this hard work is worthwhile. But a lot of times we don't get the right reviews. And I'm going to explain what I mean by that. We want reviews that are done in a way that helps future and potential customers want to work with us. So reviews that sound like, she's amazing and she's awesome are not helpful. And I'm going to teach you today exactly how to get reviews that are helpful. And this is a mini training that I'm sharing from inside my Content Creators Studio membership program. Now, those ladies get lots of trainings, lots of calls with me each month, but I really wanted to pluck this one out and share it with you. So I've called it Get the Right Reviews, How to Let Your Audience Love on Your Business. What I'm sharing is a short audio version so that you can listen and learn, but I do have a literal step-by-step PDF guide so that you don't have to remember it all. And that PDF also includes, you'll also get a link to a video training. So you go to, and this sounds like my website is from 1997, but you have to write in the www. So it's jenliddy.com/testimonial. So that's jenliddy.com/testimonial. And you can get this training in a step-by-step PDF guide. And if you just stay to the end of the podcast, which is pretty short, you will get lots of exact options that you can use to make this your own. So let's dive in, and I will see you on the other side to wrap it up. Okay, let's go.
One of the most important things that you can do for your business is to get social proof. And that means the right reviews and testimonials, because people are looking to see that you are able to help, that you understand the need in the marketplace, that you provide a service that's valuable. And those people in your audience that you are trying to develop a relationship with, they want to see that you have already done the work with someone else. So let's get started and learn how to get the right reviews and testimonials. Now, the reason I call it the right reviews and testimonials is twofold. First of all, sometimes people just don't know how to write a good review. They don't know how to write a useful review that says something really great about you. Sometimes it might just be like, she's really awesome, I really loved her, but they don't explain how you helped. And people need to see how you helped. So that's why we're doing this training, to show you how to get social proof that will help potential clients trust you. Now, what I'm teaching you today will work for Google reviews, Yelp feedback, something on your website, or even Facebook recommendations. I promise you that social proof is social gold. Like I said, people just want to see real feedback from real people that you've already helped. And so this system that I use to gather reviews and testimonials is something that I love to use. Now, feel free to tweak every single option and make it work for you. I've given you a lot of examples here and options throughout. Step one is basically, I want you to choose somebody that you've already worked with, and you're going to send them a personalized email. It starts with the greeting. That's step one. The greeting is a brief personal note of connection. I want you to mention something specific that you know about this person, or perhaps a mutual experience that you've had, maybe even in your work together or in your personal life, if that's appropriate. You could also ask about a specific action item that they were working on the last time you talked to them and ask them how they're doing with it. Let's give some examples. One of the things I like to say is, hey, the last time we spoke, you were about to do this XYZ thing, go on vacation to the Bahamas. It sounded amazing. How did it go? So reach back into your brain and remember what was going on for that person the last time you spoke to them or worked with them. Or here's another option. Thank you so much for referring this person to me, and name the person that they referred to you. We're having a great time working together, or we're seeing a lot of results, or I'm so glad that this person got brought into my life. There's something that you need to say specifically to let this person know that you are reaching out specifically because this person, this former client, or this person who can give you a great review, has specifically come to your mind. Make them feel special. Please don't do this. Please don't say, "Hi, how are you? I hope things are well with you." That is so generic. And I want you to think about when you get an email that starts like that, you already know you're bored, you're disinterested, you know that there's nothing good coming after that, right? But start an email with something personal. Make it about them, and then they'll be actually interested to not only read, but take action on your emails. No one wants to read an email that starts with, "Hi, how are you?" Step 2 in this email that you're sending with a big ask is to state the situation. And I always like to kind of start with, if I can infuse some humor into the situation, I will do that. So something that I would say to a former client might be, "According to my marketing team, I've done a crappy job asking clients for reviews where it matters. And then I want to choose one place that I want this person to write me a review. Please don't ask people to write a podcast review and then an email, then a website review, and then go over to your Facebook page. Ask them for one thing. People can do one thing. That's what they have the bandwidth for. So if you are asking for reviews in varied places, you're probably not going to see anybody take action, because here's what they'll do. They'll leave it in their inbox, and they're probably happy to write you the recommendation, but they'll leave it in their inbox because they want to get to it later. And you know what that means? They're never going to get to it. So ask them for one place to give you a great review. Here's some other things that I say instead of this comment about, I've done a crappy job. Something else you could say is, I've learned that potential clients feel more comfortable hiring me when they see others have had good results. I'd so appreciate it if you could write me a brief review or a brief testimonial. Or even this: to be able to help more people, I know I need to gather reviews for social proof. I'd appreciate if you'd provide a review or a testimonial for our work together so I can also improve my services and offerings. Now, all of these are different styles, they're different voices. It really depends on your personality. So take my examples here and make them your own. Again, you don't have to give a million reasons why you want this. Everybody knows why you want this. Just choose one and give it to them. So step 3 is the actual ask. And remember, this is an email to somebody that you know, somebody that you've worked with, somebody that you like, because if this person didn't enjoy working with you, you're not asking them for a review. You've already set up, "Hey, I'm really interested in what's going on with you, would love to hear about you. Next, this is what I need. Step 3, would you take a few moments and write a review about the work we did together?" It's short, it's direct, it's not aggressive. You don't need to worry that there's anything gross or yucky about this. And here where I have the blank, write a review, talk about the specific type of review you want. Will you write a Google review? Will you write a Facebook review? Then you link in that spot to the exact place you want them to leave the review. You want them to open this email and be able to click on that link and get to the place where you want them to leave the review and just do it. I like to add this in here, because the more helpful and easy you make it for the person, in addition to making the link available to them, the more likely they are to do it. So then I'll say something like, "To make it a no-brainer, feel free to use these 3 questions. And here's 3 options I have. At the end of this training, I have a lot more options for you. But here's 3 that I like. When you reached out to start working with you, what problem were you challenged with?" Just fill in the blank there with your first name, or even the name of your business. The second question is, what did you learn through our work? What solution worked for you? And 3, what changed in your life or business? How do you describe the results? The reason that you want to have these types of questions is you don't want the reviews to be about how awesome you are and how amazing you are. You want the review to show that that person started out with a problem, that you were able to help them with that problem, that they actually did what they needed to do, and you helped them get a result. Because remember, people want to identify with other people that their problem is being named and that they can see their problem and that there's a potential solution for that problem. And you are the exact right person to help them with it. So I will offer you a lot more options at the end, but let's start here. Let's wrap this up. The email is written. The connection is made. The ask has happened. And now it's time to wrap up with some gratitude. I truly appreciate your time and effort. It will help and then you fill in here the type of people that you help. It will help other business women. It will help other moms. It will help other artists. It will help other hairdressers. Trust me to help them. And then you insert the result that you get for people. Grow their business, have more time, get more energy, sleep through the night, whatever it is. But if you make it really specific for them, they're already thinking back to that time that you helped them get the result that you help them get. Here's what I always write. Thank you so much for taking the time to do this. It'll help more women entrepreneurs be able to create kick-ass content for their own businesses. And that's it. That's how you get great, useful reviews. A couple of things I want you to remember. You need to keep track of who you ask, because sometimes you forget that you've sent an email already. And so you want to be able to track them. You can use Excel or you could use a CRM. And if this isn't up your alley, this is exactly what an assistant could do for you or a virtual assistant could do for you. Also, sometimes you'll find you have to follow up with people because they forget. It's not that they don't want to give you a great review. It's because either they've waited because they don't know how, or they're waiting for the perfect thing to say, or life just got lifey. It's not about you. It's always about them. So sometimes I circle back around and ask a second time. I rarely will ask a third time unless the person has let me know that it's on their list of things to do. So when I'm really on my game and I have like the space to do this, I love to send people who've given me giving me reviews. I love to send them a little thank you note. So sometimes I'll send a little love note with stickers that I had made. Basically, it's like a thank you note via snail mail because everybody loves snail mail. And then attached is a formula that you can use to pull together more testimonial prompts in a different way if you don't like the ones, or if you want more options from the ones I already gave you. So let's look at the testimonial formula that you can also use in addition to the ones I've already given you, those 3 questions before. So if you think about the testimonial in 3 parts, the first part is always about reviewing where they were at the beginning. So 3 options here. Before I started working with this person or this company, I felt, or I wanted to be able to fill in the blank, but I didn't know how. Or I was struggling with or struggling to do something and knew I needed support or help. They don't need to fill in all 3 of these, but I suggest that you send them one of these statements. And here's a little trick that I didn't learn until too late. I always use the beginning sentence before I started working with Jen, I felt. And what I found was when I went to Google, all of my Google reviews started with, before I started working with Jen, and it sounded really repetitive and like I had kind of forced people into a certain way of writing it. So mix them up when you're sending your emails. Send one person the first one, send another person the second one, send a third person the third one. Just mix them up. But these are all great options to get people started thinking about how you helped them. Step 2 is to choose 2 result statements, and then they'll fill in the blanks, right? So Jen helped me buy, and then they fill in the blank because it's going to be different for everybody, but people love a good sentence starter. Since working with this person, I feel so much more blah, blah, blah. Now, again, some of these are more feeling focused and some of them are more doing focused. It's okay. People are looking for all of them when they're looking for reviews. My favorite one is the third one. I'm now able to blank and blank, which seemed impossible before. That's such a powerful statement. Again, mix these up when you send them out to people, when you send them out in the requested email. And then step 3 is choose 2 result statements for them to fill in, because again, what people are looking for is result statements. Since working with him or her, life's a bit easier or better because she is the perfect person for someone who wants X, Y, and Z. I strongly recommend this person if you're looking for blank. And again, these are just options that are sentence starters, but mix them up with the people that you're requesting reviews from. So if you have any questions about this, please contact me. Wordsmithing is one of my favorite things. And I'm here to help you create content that not only feels good, but sounds like you too. So this week, get out there and get some emails written to reach out for 2 to 3 reviews. Use the accompanying PDF. It's all laid out there. This is just a review of the PDF with some voice put to it so that you can have some training and examples and put them into play. And I would love to hear if you had any good news to share about reviews that you got. So don't hold back. Tag me on Facebook and with what you find, or if you have any questions at all, I'm here for you.
Okay, so as you can see, testimonials, getting the right testimonials isn't complicated. It requires you to have a plan, ask the right questions, and then follow up with people. It's a game changer when you get the right testimonials because your audience is smart, your audience is savvy, and they are looking for clear social proof to help them know in advance, are you the right person to help them? So remember, grab this training at jenliddy.com/testimonial. Get the PDF guide. You'll also get access to the video version so you can access it anytime you want. And I highly recommend in the next few days to reach out and ask for just one review. I hope this was helpful. And remember, you have to keep loving your business, so you have to make choices that help you do that so that you can keep going. Talk to you next week. Bye-bye.